What if I told you the toast you had this morning and the cereal you've trusted for years are quietly accelerating your aging, draining your energy, and even increasing your risk of stroke and memory loss by up to 70%? Shocking? It's true, and backed by real science. According to a major clinical study, certain everyday carbohydrates, foods most seniors eat without a second thought, are strongly linked to diabetes, muscle loss, cognitive decline, and inflammation. And the worst part? They often come disguised as healthy. Welcome to Healthy Life Keys, where we turn medical research into simple, life-saving habits for seniors. In today's video, we'll uncover the 4 worst carbs that could be silently wrecking your health after 60. And more importantly, the 4 powerful science-backed carbs you should be eating daily to preserve your strength, protect your brain, and reclaim your energy. We've ranked each carb from least to most beneficial and least to most dangerous. You might be surprised by what takes the number 1 spot. It's likely sitting in your pantry right now, so before you take another bite of that cracker or sandwich, stick around, because what you learn in the next few minutes could add years to your life. Section 1. The best carbs seniors should eat daily. 4. Green peas. Green peas may seem ordinary, but for seniors, they're a nutritional powerhouse hiding in plain sight. Unlike high glycemic carbs, such as white rice or white potatoes, peas are rich in resistant starch and soluble fiber. These slow-digesting carbohydrates help regulate post-meal blood sugar and reduce insulin spikes. A key benefit for aging bodies more prone to insulin resistance. What sets peas apart is leucine, a branched-chain amino acid that plays a direct role in muscle protein synthesis. After age 60, our muscles naturally decline, a condition known as sarcopenia. According to the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging, adults over 65 with higher dietary leucine intake preserved up to 20% more lean muscle mass compared to those with lower intake. In a 2022 study published in Nutrients, seniors who consumed green legumes like peas 3 or more times per week maintained 14% more muscle mass over a 2-year period, even without additional exercise. Peas also contain chemol, a plant compound that reduces gut inflammation and supports nutrient absorption. They offer vitamin K, folate, and manganese, nutrients vital for bone strength, blood clotting, and brain function. 1 cup of peas delivers about 8.6 grams of protein, 25% of your daily fiber, and less than 120 calories. For maximum benefit, steam peas briefly. Avoid overcooking. Finish with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of garlic to boost antioxidant uptake. Small but mighty, green peas support strength, energy, and digestion. 3 pillars of healthy aging. 3. Steel-cut oats. Steel-cut oats aren't just a warm comfort food, they are a metabolic powerhouse. Unlike instant oatmeal, steel-cut oats digest slowly and release glucose gradually. This slow absorption gives your pancreas a break and keeps blood sugar stable, a critical factor after 60. But what really sets them apart is beta-glucan, a unique soluble fiber that's been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 15% and lower systemic inflammation. A 2023 meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted its ability to decrease C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation linked to stroke and arthritis. In addition, studies from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health show that individuals who consume whole oats regularly have a 21% lower risk of cardiovascular disease. This protective effect is especially significant for older adults whose arteries may already be stiffening with age. Steel-cut oats also support the gut microbiome, nourishing bifidobacteria that produce mood-boosting, immune-enhancing short-chain fatty acids. These compounds, such as butyrate and acetate, help strengthen the gut lining, reduce cravings, and regulate inflammation throughout the body. Steel-cut oats are also naturally rich in magnesium and iron, which support muscle strength and oxygen delivery, both essential for staying energized and independent in your later years. Want sharper thinking, fewer sugar crashes, and better digestion? One bowl of oats a day could be your secret weapon. But what if you could combine blood sugar control with vibrant skin, vision, and energy? That's what our next carb offers. 2. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes aren't just tasty. They deliver a slow-burning energy boost without overloading your insulin. Unlike white potatoes, which spike blood sugar, sweet potatoes provide complex carbs with high fiber and a low glycemic response. They're rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin a nutrient most seniors lack. Vitamin A improves vision, supports immune function, and protects skin integrity. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging found that seniors who ate orange-fleshed vegetables had better memory retention and lower rates of macular degeneration. Even better, sweet potatoes contain resistant starch, especially when cooled after cooking. This starch nourishes gut bacteria, lowers inflammation, and may reduce colon cancer risk. They're also packed with magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals for heart health and muscle function. In fact, a medium-sized sweet potato contains approximately 542 milliliters of potassium, more than a banana, and about 25 milliliters of magnesium, supporting electrolyte balance and reducing the risk of muscle cramps and irregular heartbeat in older adults. These minerals are often depleted by diuretics or age-related decline in kidney efficiency. Moreover, sweet potatoes are a good source of antioxidants, like chlorogenic acid and anthocyanins, which help fight oxidative stress, one of the root causes of aging and chronic disease. Swap white potatoes for roasted sweet potato wedges with turmeric, and you'll do more than satisfy your cravings. You'll protect your brain, gut, and heart. But now, let's reveal the number one carb that every senior should include in their daily meals. And it might just be the key to reversing insulin resistance. 1. Lentils. Lentils are the ultimate senior superfood. They are low glycemic, packed with soluble fiber and loaded with iron, folate, and magnesium. 3 nutrients most seniors are deficient in. More importantly, lentils feed your gut microbiome with prebiotic fibers that restore bacterial diversity, a key to reducing inflammation, improving nutrient absorption, and supporting cognitive health. Iron helps with oxygen delivery, folate supports DNA repair and cognition, and magnesium calms your nervous system while protecting muscle and bone. In a 2021 study published in the British Journal of Nutrition, older adults who included lentils in their diet at least 3 times a week experienced significant reductions in fasting glucose, improved insulin sensitivity, and better lipid profiles, particularly a 15% drop in LDL cholesterol and a 10% increase in HDL. Lentils are also rich in polyphenols, which act as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents. These compounds may help delay age-related diseases, including neurodegeneration and certain cancers. Additionally, 1 cup of cooked lentils provides over 15 grams of fiber, which can help regulate bowel movements, manage appetite, and promote satiety, critical for seniors managing their weight and metabolic health. Their versatility makes them easy to include in any meal. Add red lentils to soup or toss green ones into a salad. Your body will thank you with stronger muscles, steadier energy, and a clearer mind. Now that you know the carbs that heal, it's time to expose the ones that hurt, starting with a pantry staple that most people still believe is healthy. Section 2, the worst carbs seniors should avoid at all costs. 4. White sandwich bread. Most seniors grew up eating white bread daily, but modern white sandwich bread is a far cry from what your parents ate. Today's version is made from ultra-refined, bleached flour that digests faster than sugar. This rapid spike in glucose overworks your pancreas and leaves sugar in your bloodstream for far too long, raising your risk for type 2 diabetes by 29% and heart disease by 16%, according to a 2021 study in Diabetes Care. White bread also has virtually no fiber, which starves your good gut bacteria and weakens immunity. Even worse, many white breads contain added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and artificial preservatives, which increase systemic inflammation. In fact, research from the British Medical Journal shows that high intake of refined grains like white bread is associated with increased abdominal fat, higher triglyceride levels, and greater risk of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease in adults over 60. The lack of nutrients and fiber also contributes to poor satiety, which may lead to overeating or cravings for more high-carb foods. Moreover, white bread offers a high glycemic index, typically above 70, which makes it one of the worst offenders for seniors trying to control blood sugar, especially those with prediabetes or insulin resistance. The solution? Choose 100% stone-ground whole grain or sprouted grain bread with at least 3 g of fiber per slice. Always check that whole wheat is the first ingredient. Still reaching for rice cakes when you want a light snack? The next carb will shock you. 3. Rice cakes. Rice cakes are often marketed as a healthy, low-fat snack, but they rank dangerously high on the glycemic index, even higher than table sugar. Most are made from puffed white rice, which your body digests in minutes. That means a quick glucose spike, a massive insulin release, and then a crash. After 60, these swings become harder for the body to manage. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that high GI foods like puffed rice increased post-meal blood sugar by over 200% in seniors. They also lack fiber, protein, or fat, which means they do nothing to trigger fullness or satisfy hunger. Over time, regular consumption of high GI, nutrient-poor snacks like rice cakes may contribute to metabolic syndrome, weight gain, and even insulin resistance, conditions that disproportionately affect older adults. According to the American Diabetes Association, maintaining stable blood sugar is essential for reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes, neuropathy, and cognitive decline in those over 60. Even so-called brown rice cakes often offer no meaningful advantage. The puffing process strips away most beneficial nutrients, leaving behind mostly empty starch. Instead of rice cakes, choose a slice of whole grain toast with avocado or a handful of raw almonds. These snacks stabilize blood sugar and nourish your muscles and mind. Think breakfast cereals are safe because they say whole grain or fortified with vitamins? Think again. 2. Packaged breakfast cereals. It's morning. You pour yourself a bowl of cereal, just like you've done for decades. The box says heart-healthy, whole grain, fortified with vitamins. But what it doesn't say may be silently working against you. Most breakfast cereals today, yes, even the ones marketed to seniors, are ultra-processed sugar bombs. The grains have been pulverized, stripped of fiber, puffed or flaked, then sprayed with sweeteners, phosphates, and artificial additives. What you're really eating is fast-digesting starch disguised as nutrition. These cereals spike your blood sugar within minutes. Your pancreas scrambles to release insulin. And after 60, your body's ability to bounce back from these spikes weakens. Over time, this roller coaster leads to fatigue, weight gain, and eventually insulin resistance. A 2019 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who ate processed cereals 5 or more times a week had a 22% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a deadly trio of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and belly fat. Worse, common additives like phosphates may leach minerals from your bones, while emulsifiers disrupt your gut microbiome, damaging the very systems that keep you resilient with age. You deserve better. Skip the box. Choose a breakfast that nourishes your body, not drains it, like Greek yogurt with chia seeds or warm steel-cut oats topped with berries. Because the first thing you eat each day shouldn't push you closer to disease. It should pull you back towards strength. 1. French fries. They're golden, familiar, and comforting. You've ordered them without thinking. At diners, drive-thrus, family cookouts. But after 60, those crispy French fries may be doing far more harm than you realize. They aren't just high in starch. When sliced thin, fried in reused vegetable oils and salted heavily, French fries become a toxic trifecta: refined carbs, inflammatory fats, and excess sodium. Together, they create the perfect storm for aging arteries and inflamed tissues. Worse, frying at high heat forms acrylamide, a carcinogenic compound shown to damage gut lining, impair memory, and accelerate oxidative stress. The very foods we often turn to for comfort are silently accelerating decline. A 2023 study in Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who consumed fried potatoes just twice a week faced a 36% higher risk of stroke and were twice as likely to develop insulin resistance and vascular stiffness, even when their overall diet seemed moderate. These fries don't just raise blood sugar, they stiffen your arteries, weaken your gut barrier, and starve your brain of critical nutrients like magnesium and folate, nutrients you need more than ever in your 60s and beyond. And yet, they're everywhere. Easy, tasty, addictive. But at this stage of life, every bite is a decision. Fuel your healing or feed your decline. Craving fries? Bake sweet potato wedges with olive oil, garlic, and rosemary. You'll still get the crisp, the flavor, the satisfaction. But without the price, your heart, brain, and gut can no longer afford to pay. So now you know, the carbs we choose every day after 60 don't just fill us up. They either fuel our healing or quietly accelerate decline. Let's quickly recap. We uncovered 4 harmful carbs that can spike your blood sugar, damage your gut, and increase your risk of stroke, diabetes, and even dementia, especially white sandwich bread, rice cakes, packaged cereals, and French fries. But we also explored 4 powerful carbs, like lentils, sweet potatoes, steel-cut oats, and green peas. that can protect your muscles, sharpen your mind, support digestion, and help you stay strong and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Remember, it's never too late to make a better choice at your next meal, because every bite is either breaking you down or building you up. Thank you so much for watching this video from Healthy Life Keys. If you found it helpful, please consider hitting that like button. It helps more seniors like you discover the truth about food and aging. We'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which carb surprised you the most today? And which healthy one will you try this week? And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another science-backed tip for aging well. Take care, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next video.